Check in with our usual here on a Tuesday. In the time when you feel you're stuck in a career, it might be a smart idea to look for a career coach. But a good career coach, sometimes hard to find. To tell us all about it is a career coach himself, Blair. He's also with Manpower. Good morning to you, Phil.
Good morning, David.
How are things going?
Did you make it in?
Wet, did you make it in okay?
From the coast? Yes,
Yes.
It was an interesting drive this morning.
All right, so it's not just you're stuck in a job, you need a career coach. When are some of the times that you really should be looking for help there?
Well, there's two paths, and the one that's really important lately is more about how do I get a job? I'm new to San Diego, or I hate my job, but I don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
And I don't think I interview well, and I don't know how to do my resume. There's a whole field of experts called career coaches, and you sit down with them, and they talk you through, why are you unhappy? What kind of work are you looking for? Let's look at your resume and see if it represents you well. Let's practice for interviews, and really coach you through, like anything else, like your workout coach, to make you successful. You may be the best scientist in the world, but if you can't convince the person that's making the hiring decision, then you're not going to get the job.
But like a workout coach, they don't come necessarily cheap. They do cost.
Well, there's huge ranges. I mean, some can be hourly. Maybe you just need 1 or 2 hours, just sort of, I call it a kick in the butt program to get you off that couch.
Sure.
Maybe a spouse or parent has bought the services for you for that reason, or it can be all the way to thousands of dollars a year, and it's on a retainer, and you really help me grow as a management executive year after year.
The whole idea is to get to the next level, so it's worth the price if it's going to help you along with your career and your financial situation.
It will, and typically you pay for your own career coach because it's helping you move up in the grade. But often a large company will hire a coach to work with somebody who's very good, in our scientist example, is very good at what they do, but they're not getting along with people, or they don't have leadership skills, and they'll bring a career coach to help move that along so that you're a more well-rounded employee.
Okay, so we keep mentioning this career coach, but can anybody be a career coach? You got to be careful of who you hire, right?
Well, you do, because you really need to bare your soul about what makes me happy. Why am I unhappy? Is it something at home? Is it a boss? Is it the industry? All the things that we talk about that are so important to succeeding in getting a job, getting a better job, and having a successful career. All of those things are very important. And when people say, well, that's what a headhunter does. Well, in the old days, and people still ask me for a headhunter, that industry's gone away. I mean, that was sort of people that said, now go find me a job. Here's my resume, go find me a job. And they would like dial for dollars sort of thing. That's gone away. Now, in the search business, which we also do, companies come to us with a job opening and say, now go find me somebody. So we reach out to people. The staffing business, the temporary help, you put your resume in there and we reach out to you. It's very similar to the permanent. But coaching is really sitting down one-on-one, seeing what makes you happy, where are your weaknesses, why did you not get that promotion? Let's talk about what we can do better.
So how do you shop for that person? Online or word of mouth? I mean, what's the best way to find it?
Well, I jokingly sort of say it's like looking for a physician, right? Word of mouth is by far the best. People you trust, who did you work with? And understanding, do I need an ongoing session? Do I need to be in a group with 15 or 20 people at a workforce partnership, which is free? Or do I need one-on-one counseling? And also, what can I afford? Because typically it's hourly or it's on retainer, depending on what you need. But it's very helpful.
What are some of those questions you should ask a career coach in that interview that make sure that that's that person for you?
What other skill sets have they worked with? Are they working with the level of management you are? I would ask, what kind of connections do you have? Because if you're a lone player out in the middle of UTC, you may not have many connections. And you're buying the career coach's connections also, because you're going to learn how important networking is, and ideally your coach has lots of ideas about where you can start.
When it comes to payment, and people are, that's always, they're very conscious about payment, is it usually a set fee, or is it sort of like an agent where you pay a percentage of what the job they find for you? Well, how does that work?
Now, remember, they're not finding you a job. They're
Right.
teeing you up to find your own job.
So it wouldn't be a
And we want to be
percentage.
really clear on that, because
Okay.
people come and say, come find me a job. Okay, let's stop right there.
All right, I just made the first
Yeah,
mistake.
you did that. So I'm not taking you as a client.
Okay.
Because you made a mistake already.
So it's a set fee.
Typically, it's hourly,
Yeah.
or it's a retainer, depending on, I need to work with you for 3 months, and then if that's enough, then
Okay.
you're set you free. I mean, we tee
Yeah.
you up for success and then set you free. This isn't a call back
Which
every
is-
other day
yeah.
and say, what should I do, what should I do, what should I do?
Okay. Phil Blair, thank
You're
you very
welcome.
much. Appreciate it.